It was just before evening, and God saw that it was good. Then it was evening, and now God has gifted us with another new day. This is the Reverend Dr. Laverne Corrine, Williams Foster Hall, Harvey Brown Fontaine Turner, Hill Holt McCain Cash. God saw that it was good, and it was good. This morning, let me just pause in the midst of this moment before we get to Acts and say to my dear friend, Mr. Coleman, who called me on yesterday, it was so good to hear your voice, Mr. Coleman. So good. And just so that you will know that, yes, I am keeping you and your family embraced within the palms of my prayers. What a delight to be able to keep you and your family embraced within the palms of my prayers all day long, just and beyond today. So thank you for allowing me to hear your voice on yesterday, as my grandmother would say. It was a delight, and we shall continue to stay in touch. But for right now, you and your family are embraced within the palms of my prayers all day long. And I know that God hears what's in my heart. So thank you so much for calling me. So now, here we are with Acts, the second chapter. The Holy Spirit comes at Pentecost, verses 1 through 13. And I may have to put on my glasses for these words. The Holy Spirit comes at Pentecost. When the day of Pentecost came, they were all together in one place. Suddenly, a sound like the blowing of a violent wind came from heaven and filled the whole house where they were sitting. They saw what seemed to be tongues of fire that separated and came to rest on each of them. All of them were filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other tongues as the Spirit enabled them. Now, there were staying in Jerusalem God-fearing Jews from every nation under heaven. When they heard this sound, a crowd came together in bewilderment because each one heard them speaking in his own language. Utterly amazed, they asked, "Are not all these men who are speaking Galileans? Then how is it that each of us hears them in his own native language?" Parthians, Medes, and Elamites, residents of Mesopotamia, Judea, and Cappadocia, Pontus, and Asia, Phrygia, and Pamphylia, Egypt, and the parts of Libya near Cyrene, visitors from Rome, both Jews and converts to Judaism, Cretans and Arabs, we hear them declaring the wonders of God in our own tongues. Amazed and perplexed, they ask one another, "What does this mean?" Some, however, made fun of them and said, "They have had too much wine. They have had too much wine. Well, I've not had any wine this morning. Not an ounce. But later today, I will be sharing in communion with a group of people. Communion. But right now, embraced within the palms of my prayers, in a language that God will understand, in a language that God will understand, embraced within the palms of these prayers, this day and the days to come, God willing, prayers for all of you, Mr. Coleman, all of you out there who are listening, and those whom you have the privilege to just touch by the sound of your voice. You have power in your voice. God hears your voice, whether it's silent or out loud. God hears your sincere desires. So, embraced here all day long, my prayers of love and comfort, God's mercies and God's grace for all of you, so that yes, just before evening, God will see what God saw, that it was good. So you know what just came to me? We have in our midst a seesaw God. A seesaw God. God sees and God saws all of our ups and our downs. God is our pivotal point. God is right there with each up and each down. So just know that we are empowered by a seesaw God. So let's just get on up and go on out, because God has prepared us for every single up and every single down. This is, whether I said it once or twice, I'll say it again. This is the Reverend Dr. Laverne Corrine, Williams Foster Hall, Harvey Brown Fontaine Turner, Hill Holt, McCain Cash. I am so glad I got a seesaw God in my life. And you have a seesaw God in your life as well. So hey, let's just get on up and go on out and enter into some of those ups and downs, because we know God got us covered.